The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. Some terrific scenes here in Barcelona. My goodness me, it's made even better by 100,000 supporters in full voice. So straight into the action. It appears to be a 4-4-2 formation, Jim.
I think it gets a terrible raw deal these days. It's deemed old-fashioned, outdated, but in truth, with the right personnel, it works just as well as any other system or formation. Success can still be had with it, and teams are still winning big...
He's having a shot! Oh, that wasn't far away. Dembele. He's got away. Very nicely done. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. No way through. Fabio Cannavaro, Jim. Some people credit him with making defending fashionable again.
I didn't know it had gone out of fashion, Peter, but yeah, his exploits certainly led to the guys at the back getting a bit more credit.
Yeah, and I'm sure for you that's a very welcome development.
And long overdue.
Rijkaard did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. And this is Ibrahimovic. Hernes. And this is Van Basten. Rummenigge with the cross.
Well, not the worst attempt. A little technical tweak should help the quality.
So it is still 0-0. Edmilson. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Hernes. Rummenigge, someone who can always claim to be the most immaculate finisher. He's found a way past, and he's found a way past. And he's cleared it out of harm's way. Messi. Rummenigge. Oh, that pass isn't the best. Barcelona are a team that's fond of the low block. They sure defend in numbers.
Yeah, the whole point being to go back to front as quickly as possible, Peter. Of course, once the ball has been won.
Balls over the top, long diagonals, that's the plan. Messi. Pele. Ball played for Dembele. Passes coming off in quick succession here. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Dembele. Great vision. Zola has it in a wide position. Cross into towering header. Thuram clears without hesitation. Messi. João Neves. Played through into space. Space for him to turn and look. In by Messi. Keeper's dealt with that. That's a sharp pass. João Neves. Dembele is onto it in a flash. Rummenigge. Rummenigge. Oh, important interception. Vitinha. Zola. And it's Dembele. Rummenigge. Messi. Plays it across. It's loose now and they want to get it back. Well, that is clearly not the outcome he wanted.
Well, the manager clearly has to react to this and tactically change what's happening. It's too easy for them to get in.
Oh, what has happened here? Zola. Vitinha. Oh, it's Dembele. And that's been intercepted. Cannavaro. And it's Tchouaméni. And it's Zanetti. Now Hoeneß. And he's well positioned. And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Van Basten really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
And we have our very first corner. And he's taking no chances there. Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
And now a sudden chance to counter. He has found the way through. And this is Ibrahimovic. The whistle's gone, and that's it for the first half. So neither team were able to take the lead, but it certainly hasn't been for the lack of trying. So neither side yet off the mark.
It's not a bad game by any means, Peter, but it definitely needs an injection of some invention, creativity. There's so much you can do with all that industry by just adding a little bit of skill.
So we reach the halfway point, and neither side have yet been able to force the issue. It's 0-0. And if you have just joined us, well, we've just begun the second period here.
Well, I can imagine both managers have been in the ears of the players. They want more. Let's hope the game comes to life sooner rather than later.
Dembele. And this is Ibrahimovic. Dembele. Can he get on the end of this? Oh, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined.
I'm not sure the shot was ever on there, really. There were just too many bodies in the way, Peter.
There's the delivery. Vitinha. That has ended up in no man's land. And here's Messi. And this is Van Basten. Chance, surely! Superb goal! That is so good, such sharp skills, and such a delicious finish.
Yeah, he gets top marks for that finish. I honestly thought his odds weren't that good.
So the first goal of the game. Oh, shooting chance! And a terrific save from the keeper.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
Cambio de jugadores en el Barcelona.
Barcelona choosing to make the first change.
Well, he's going to inject a nice bit of pace into that front line, Peter, so I can see him making those runs in behind.
Pelé going face-to-face with his great rival. He's having a good look here.
This is the sort of thing he craves, a chance to make a telling impact.
La asistencia a este partido asciende a 98.004 espectadores. Cambio de jugadores.
Indonesia have their second corner now. They've played it short, and it's made its way to him. Flings, he leaps for it, and it's in. A game of thrills, all square in the blinking of an eye.
Well, if ever you want to see a lesson in responding to a deficit, that's it. Their heads didn't drop, and now their chins are up.
Certain, searing, and imperious.
Yeah, it all came from some really smart movement, Peter. Did the defence let themselves down by not picking him up? I think the boss won't be amused.
And very quickly, the substitute made his mark.
That's just as the manager would have seen it, an impact sub.
It's starting to look very interesting, this.
Well, I think the players will be buoyed by the fact that they've managed to level things in a hurry. Tails most definitely up now.
Well, that's been cut out, well played. Oh, there's a probing ball. Ernest, the specialist in tearing teams apart. Edmilson. Mohamed Salah, played out towards the right wing. Now it's Mohamed Salah. Aimed beyond the defence. Here comes the cross. And that's been won straight back. And it's Edmilson. Rummenigge. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Well, that pass surprised everyone, and not in a good way. Lampard. Messi, played into space. Oh, he's just misjudged that one.
Barcelona clearly are pushing for the win here, Peter. It's making for a very frantic end to this game.
And he's cut it out. Ernest. This is a promising build-up. And it's Zanetti. Now it's Hullet. Rummenigge will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Oh, that's a clever-looking ball. Oh, can he get onto this?
That's good pressing. It's really squeezing everything.
He's found a way through. There's the shot! And yes, it's there! And the game is well and truly turned on its head. That really is quite fabulous. All his own doing.
Oh, that's wonderful to see. The run was explosive. The finish, exquisite.
Cambio de jugadores en el Barcelona. El dorsal 6.
So now we're going to get those changes we have been expecting.
Messi.
Indonesia have their lead.
El dorsal 18.
Well, I think you can write this lot off in their peril. It's been a joy to watch them hold themselves right back into it. Now, can they hang on?
Thuram does really well to win the ball there. Kukcu.
This is the time you need that pace.
And it's Zanetti. Defending of the desperate variety. Oh, he's done very well to take that back. Very much into the last knockings. And this is Luis Suarez.
I thought it was going to happen then. How many more chances can they realistically expect now?
Oh, well cut out, no margin for error there at all. There will be 4 extra minutes. Neatly clipped into space. Bellingham. Oh, well played. And we're done. Indonesia have done it with iron, with pragmatism, the sort you expect from a team like this. Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography,
Hello,
the
everybody,
camaraderie.
and welcome
The
to
fans have
today's
pulled out
match.
all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. So straight into the action. Kaká in the side, just about as box office as it gets.
Yeah, I totally agree. He, in many ways, the blueprint of the modern-day number 10, lauded for his simple and very graceful style of play. Really is a player who has the lot.
You come to the game just to see him play. And reclaimed it in a trice. Kaká. Oh, good effort! And he was there to get a vital touch.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
Ibrahimovic tries to play it through. That's been slipped through. Lovely bit of skill. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Cannavaro. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Kaká. So, Jim, what have you made of what we've seen so far?
Well, neither side has really grabbed the initiative, I would say. Both must have come in with a view of not making any early mistakes. So we're seeing some conservatism here.
And he cuts out the supply. And here's Hullet. That's a good... And Shevchenko! Goal! The first significant strike. And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
So the first goal of the game.
Well, I think the next 5 to 10 minutes will call for real focus, as the opposition will inevitably react.
Indonesia with the corner, they're first. And now a sudden chance to counter. Zanetti.
Indonesia are really in a position where patience and prudence will serve them best. Time's on their side.
Just eases him off the ball. Van Bronckhorst producing a good steal there, showing a good level of alertness. Passing nice and neat. Solar. And he was alert to it. Hullet with his sights permanently trained on that bottom corner.
It's the sort of situation that they'll want to capitalise on now. And he could have done himself a massive favour by just lifting his head up there. You know, it would have been a better picture of what was going on around him.
And this is Shevchenko getting up there. Firm header just off target.
That's a great attempt, although he clearly feels he should have done better with it.
Rijkaard. And Zanetti. Pele wins the duel this time. Zanetti. Rijkaard. Looking to pass their way up the pitch. And here's Shevchenko. And he's quick to return it. And that interception was most necessary. Oh, that's clever. Kaká plays the game a step ahead of almost anyone. It's Rui Costa. Whistle's gone, that's a foul. McAllister. Now Saliba. Cannavaro. Kaká. Rijkaard is the team's great visionary.
Indonesia certainly could do with a positive spell for the remainder of this half, just to set the tone for what's to come. Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
And it's Kaká. Zola. Ibrahimovic.
Well, the moans and groans from the stands now are very audible.
Some resolute defending there. And it's Hullet. Rui Costa. Nicely weighted ball. He's shifting through the gears here. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal. And it had to be.
There will be one
Ibrahimovic. And he's found a way past. He's come in hard. And that is well cleared. And the referee says that is that for the first half. A very combative, competitive half with just the one decisive moment. It's been compelling stuff. Indonesia trailing by the tightest of margins at half-time.
Yeah, you don't get any points for stating the obvious, Peter, but thankfully this is still very savable. Keep things simple, keep the intensity high, and hope for an early goal. If that happens, it's a game-changer.
Well, that just about sorts out the first 45 minutes, and we'll be back with the second very soon. Hostilities have resumed at the start of the second half.
Indonesia really need to bring up their intensity and rhythm a notch or two, Peter. Just looked at a step.
He's rising! Firm header just off target.
And he did so well to get himself there. What a good effort.
Zanetti. Kaká. Now it's Shevchenko. Pele. Zola. McAllister. Kaká. Hullet. Down by a goal, needing to go up a gear. That's how it looks here. And it's Kaká. Can he get on the end of this? Looking for the run. Can he finish? And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
Hullet is offering a right smile there.
Substitution for Indonesia.
Size really matters, and it's time to make it matter now.
Number 7, Pele.
He leaps for it. But he's left disappointed.
Yeah, he may have snatched at that a bit, even though it was quite close.
Cannavaro. And it's Zanetti. Shevchenko chasing after it. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. And they can counter here.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
McAllister. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, there really isn't enough happening up front, Peter. They just haven't been afforded much by way of creating chances. They must start showing some bite.
Edmilson is a perfect combination of brain and brawn. And here's Kaká. Threads one in. Oh, well played, well played. Now it's Hullet. And that is expertly dealt with. Indonesia perhaps contemplating their next change here. No, again there's no way through.
That's exactly what they need to keep doing. Carry on plugging away and eventually you might just get that little break.
This is a really front-footed approach.
I think they just have to keep forcing the issue and they'll get clinical.
Pass is coming off in quick succession here. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Rui Costa. McAllister. No, he's not getting past him there. Whistle's gone, that's foul.
Substitution for Indonesia. Number 17, Vitinha. Number 25.
Into the last quarter of an hour.
Number 10,
Rui Costa. Looking for options for movement.
Number 23, Mohamed Salah.
I think the message here is quite clear, Peter. They want another one and will seemingly keep going until they get it.
Substitution.
And he welcomes it in. Rui Costa. Now it's Shevchenko. Stood up well to him there. Now it's Lopez. Now it's Lopez. The ball has bounced loose now. It's all a little bit desperate, but it's got the job done.
Yeah, they showed a vulnerability until the move was stifled. That'll have stirred a little concern.
That's a foul, no two ways about it. He knew what was coming, that's a yellow card. Cafu plays, terrific effort! McAllister with the clearance. Tries to pass it through. Van Bronckhorst. And here's Mohamed Salah. Nice sequence of passes there. Chance for a shot! It's in! We thought they were done, but never say never.
Adriano really played that return ball to perfection there, Peter. He knew the exchange was on and he put it on a plate for his teammate. That was just gorgeous.
And when the manager called on him, he was only too happy to repay that faith.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here.
So all square with almost no time remaining.
Credit where it's due. This is great attitude. Now the only question is whether there's enough in the tank to grab another.
There will be 3 minutes added time.
Cafu. And it's Ed Nielsen. Shevchenko. And he's in on goal. He's a sharp little ball here. Oh, he's managed to get himself offside.
They're avoiding the blatantly.
Added time is up, and there goes the whistle. A draw, and a highly unpredictable one. Fair share of momentum shifts highly entertaining until the... Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. So it's away we go then. Well, there's the unmistakable figure of Luis Suarez, the sharpest of sharpshooters, both for club and country, Jim.
Well, I'll add the word razor sharp to that, Peter.
And of course, when he moved to the Catalan capital in 2014, he became the last piece in one of the most feared attacking front threes of all time.
Absolutely, he made his debut a few months into...
Shoots! And it's a goal!
Listen, the big names earn their reputations for precisely the reason we've just seen. They have a habit of making their presence felt, and here we are, early stages. He struck one, and he looks hungry for more.
That was fabulous. The most adept of touches, the smoothest of finishes.
Well, I think he knew all he had to do was get it under control, and it was always going to end up in the back of the net thereafter.
So, a breakthrough already. And this is Ibrahimovic. Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. And that would have been some goal.
Ibrahimovic clearly is trying to be too clever there. He should have gone with his instincts.
Indonesia with the corner, they're first. Tries to get it clear. Oh, what has happened here? Decent chance! Messi. Rodri. Pull it. Yeah, that does look a foul. Referee's given a free kick. Thuram. And it's Rodri. Pele. And Edmilson. Van Dijk kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Oh, can he get onto this? Chance here to counter. Now it's Ibrahimovic. Oh, well measured. He's picked his way through. Pele! Oh, that's another chance! Oh, just lacked a decent finish.
Dembele clearly knew where that was falling. He'll be disappointed he didn't put it away.
Thuram.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
He won't be happy with that one. Now it's Dembele. Now it's Ibrahimovic. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Indonesia have themselves a corner, I think. Yes, they do. Corner number 2, then. And now they can spring out of defence. Thuram.
Seville really are one of these sides that pride themselves on their ability to maintain possession.
Yeah, and some would say that that means they play the game the right way.
Yeah, but of course, it's decisive passes that's going to matter in the longer term. There's no good in holding on to the ball just for the sake of it.
It's a pretty loose pass. Oh, it's a great ball here. Vieira. Messi. And here's Suarez. Stood up well to him there. Zola. And this is Ibrahimovic. Oh, nicely intercepted. Vieira. Yaya Toure. And it's Vieira. 30 minutes gone. Pele. Cannavaro. Rodri. Vieira. Looking for the run. And this is Luis Suarez. That is ended up in no man's land. Here's Vieira. And it's Hullet. And that's been intercepted. And there's his chance to lead the counter. That's good vision. Shapes to shoot!
will simply have to tip his hat to the keeper here, because that was a magnificent save.
Not the most accurate pass. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
And here's Ibrahimovic. It's a threatening ball. Oh, he's got a sight of goal. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Hullet. And it's Hullet. Now it's Luis Suarez. Luis Suarez. He's had a shot! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played. Well, look, they know they've got a height advantage, and it's time for them to use it.
Messi plays it short. Tunisia are looking to go forward now. Toure does really well to win the ball there.
There will be 1 minute added time.
Indonesia are looking to break at pace. Yaya Toure, and he's there to make the challenge. The whistle's gone, and that's it for the first half. Well, there were plenty of talking points in that first half, but just the one goal. It's still anybody's game here. Indonesia coming at half-time on the wrong end of a 1-0 scoreline.
Thank you very much for your
cooperation. It's been a pretty tepid display. They'll want to use this break wisely to regroup and come out with some fresh initiatives. This is all still very salvageable, maybe even winnable.
Well, that is the first half done, and we are ready for what follows in the second. So straight into the second half.
Well, I think in these circumstances, it's all about how to adjust the balance of your team. I mean, you want to get back in it as soon as possible, but without leaving yourself too open.
And here's Ibrahimovic. And the through ball. And this is Pele. And he shoots! And again! Well taken goal. They have come roaring back.
Well, it looks like we have ourselves a real game here now, Peter. They've been rewarded for their courage, for their attitude, for their application, and now they'll want another.
He'll take that. Perhaps not the prettiest, but they all count.
Such good movement. Some players have that natural ability to be in the right place at the right time. We've just seen the perfect example.
It's starting to look very interesting, this.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter. When you've got two strong teams of fairly equal standing, the outcome should all come down to finishing.
And here's Dembele. Cannavaro. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped. Well, I'm hoping for a nice open second half now. It's there to be won. Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
Did well to step in there. That was more than necessary. And here's Ibrahimovic. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Takes a shot! That was probably asking just too much.
Oh, he's usually such a good finisher.
Substitution for Indonesia. Number 4.
So we have movement on both benches.
Number 25, Zola.
Indonesia are, of course, in a position to go to the bench should the need arise. Adriano, Del Piero. And once more, he proves rigid and robust. Yaya Toure. Rodri. And the pass is intercepted. Adriano with his sights permanently trained on that bottom corner. He's under a lot of pressure there. Toure did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. And this is Mohamed Salah. Rodri. Hullet. Messi. Now it's Messi. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. And it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
Oh, he's felt that, hasn't he?
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
And he's been shifted off it.
Indonesia really can't be faulted for their attitude, and if they go on to win this, it'll be fully deserved.
Vieira shows great strength. And it's Messi. Now it's Messi. Some intricate passing, looking to progress the ball. Adriano. And they can counter here. No, he's not getting any further than that. Yaya Toure does have his name on the score sheet, of course. Hullet. Ambitious ball here. Oh, well cut out. No margin for error there at all. Vieira. Rodri. And here's Messi. Still anyone's game, this. One moment can decide it.
Listen, the fans haven't given up on this by any means. They still believe it can be won.
Hullet. This is a promising build-up. Yaya Toure. Delicate ball, and it needs to be. And this is Yaya Toure. Check, gets his hands on it, and the danger is averted.
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
Thuram clears without hesitation. Del Piero. Indonesia do have a chance to counter here. Yamal. Oh, that is a nice touch. That is lovely.
Oh, really well played. Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
And the referee brings it to a close. Well, nothing to separate the sides in the end, not for the want of desire, drive or determination. No complaints.